about the oops concept. I hope you people got. Okay. So now if I can take like this, def underscore underscore init underscore underscore. What is this one? Anyone can you please tell? What is this one? Hey, respond immediately. Why you are thinking this much? Constructor. Sir, for the constructor, compulsory, the first argument should be. Can I spell out? What is the first argument for the constructor? For the constructor, first argument should be self. Correct or not? Compulsory first argument should be self. Okay? Similarly, okay, what is the self we covered? Next, how many types of variables are allowed inside Python class? There are 3 types. One is instance variable, okay, static variables, and then local variables. Regarding local variables, how many types are methods are allowed? Instance methods. Next one after that, class methods, instance methods, class methods, and then static methods. Regarding instance methods, class methods, and then static methods, like 3 types. 3 types are the things by default allowed. Okay, please make sure you people should aware clearly, right? So 3 types of variables are allowed, 3 types of methods are allowed, right? Okay, clear. Next, how to declare class method explicitly, sir. How you can able to declare class method? By using @class method decorator. By using @class method decorator. By using that we can able to declare. How to declare, sir? Static method static method. Regarding static method, okay, like you people should be aware how many types of variables, how many types of methods are there, like this concept, right? Okay, like next, suppose yesterday we discussed for the instance method decorator is not required. If you are taking first argument, the self, then automatically it is by default considered as instance method. But for the class method, @class method decorator is there. Next, for static method, static method decorator is there, sir. Now my question is, take very special care about this one, sir. My doubt is, sir, what is the difference between instance method and a class method? Can you please tell what is the difference between instance method and a class method? What is the difference? When we should go for instance method, when we should go for class method? Anyone can you please tell? When we should, sir, this method is the instance method, this method is the class method. What is the difference? Very simple. Inside the method implementation, if we are using inside method implementation, if we are using any instance variable, variables are, whether we are using static variables or not, whether we are using local variables or not, we never going to worry, sir. Are you using any instance variable? Compulsory we have to declare that method as instance method. Remember this one. Inside method implementation, if we are using at least one instance variable, or getting at least one instance variable, that method is always instance method, right? Remember, okay? Like that. So inside method implementation, sir, I'm not using any instance variable, sir. Sorry, I'm not using single instance variable also, but we are using static variables. Static variables. Whether local variables we are using or not, no problem. Static. We are using static variable, but not instance variables. Then compulsory that method should be declared as class method. Remember this one. Compulsory. We require to declare that method as class method, right? Suppose inside method implementation, method implementation, if we are not using, okay, if we are not using instance variable and static variable, whether we are using local variables or not, forget about that. If we are not using any instance variable, any static variable, then we have to declare that method as a static method, just a general utility method. general utility method. Static method itself is nothing but general utility method. That method by default considered as utility method. Please confirm everyone in a position to understand very clearly. In the last sessions we covered about these points only. Okay. Now yesterday several people asked the question, sir, without decorator what will happen? What will happen if I'm not using any decorator? What will happen, sir? Very simple. Yes, sir. Take a bit special care, sir. Here I'm taking one method, sir. Here I'm taking one method. Just I'm taking class tester, sir. Now legend is fine. DEF M1 method is there. DEF M1 method is there, sir. Now here just observe that CLS like this I took, sir. Print sir, some method. I don't know, is it instance method or static method or class method? Instance or static or class. We don't know that. We don't know that, sir. Or class method. We don't know this one. Assume the behavior I will explain. So now observe, you are not using any decorator, sir. Sir, for instance method, no decorator. Instance method, no decorator, sir. So there is no decorator concept for instance method. One thing. Next, for class method, which decorator we require to use? Okay, respond. Which decorator we require to use? @class method decorator. @class method decorator. Okay, this is the decorator, right? For static method, which decorator we require to use? Saravanan, this concept. Decorator is this type of symbols which is doing some extra activity. Just aware that. But decorator functions, there is a big story is there. We are going to discuss soon. Don't worry. As a separate topic, just aware. Followed by this one is called decorator. So which decorator we are using? If it is a static method decorator. Okay, well, take very special care. Now the point whatever I'm going to cover, sir. Sir, here among these things, do you know instance method, no decorator concept, no problem. But class method compulsory @class method decorator must be mandatory. Remember this one, sir. So mandatory, okay, mandatory, sir. So if it is a class method compulsory, we should use @class method decorator. We should use @class method decorator, mandatory, right? Remember this one, sir. But what about static method, sir? This one is not mandatory, sir. This one is optional. No problem at all, no problem. But this one is mandatory. Observe these points very carefully about this terminology, right? Sir, @class method decorator must be mandatory, right? If you are not taking this one, then it will never be class method. Can you please tell? Observe this one. DEF M1 CLS. Print on some method. Can you please tell? This method can be. This method can be. Oh, respond. This method can be either static method or instance method. This method never be class method. Remember this one, because if it is the class method, @decorator must be compulsory. But I didn't declare @decorator. That's why it is not class method. Sir, it is the class method only. Then mandatory, sir, compulsory we have to specify this one. If you are not specifying this means, okay, now it can be either instance method or static method. Remember, are you getting that? So what about CLS? CLS can be, if it is the instance method, it can be self. Self name can be anything. Are you getting right? Self name can be anything. So First argument should be self. Sir, if the name is always fixed or any name you can use. Sharavanan, can you please observe? Any name can I use or only self? Any name you can use. Now CLS name I'm using. Regarding now CLS name I'm using, whatever the first argument will become self. That need not be self name. You can use any variable name, XYZ also. Durga also acceptable, no problem at all. That's why it can be instance method or it can be static method. So take a bit very special care about this point. For the class methods, class method decorator is mandatory. Remember, it's always mandatory. Sir. Suppose if you are not taking any decorator, only possible option is it can be either instance method or it can be static method. Only two options are possible. It can be either instance method or it can be either static method. Only two options are there. Then how to decide, is it instance method or static method? Is it instance method or static method? How to decide? How to decide this one, sir? Very simple, based on your call. If I call by using class name, if I call by using class name, then it is a static method. Okay. If I call by using object reference, then it is called instance method. Don't get confused. Oi, you are not using any decorator, man. Then is it instance method? Is it class method? Are you calling this one by using object reference? Yes, man. Oh, it is the instance method, man. Are you calling this one by using class name? Oh, it is the static method. That's all. Sir, no. Even you are calling by using object reference also. Please consider this is the static method only. Then better to use static method decorator. Are you getting? Better to use static method decorator. If you are using static method decorator, oh, you decided it is the static method. Static method, if you want in this case, both cases, it is considered the static method only. Even you can call by using object reference or by using class name. Lakshmi, your doubt got clarified? Sharavanan, you can call, no problem. Both the things are applicable if it is the static method. If you are not taking this one, then how you can decide, is it instance method or is it the static method based on your call? Okay, now I will go to a small chota example, then you can able to understand clearly. Okay, well, now listen this one. Sir, I have one method is there, sir. Now I have one method is there. I want to call this method. If you don't use a decorator, it will be decided as instance method. No. It is decided based on your calling. Are you calling by using class name or are you calling by using object reference? If you call by using class name, it will be static method. If you are calling by using object reference, it will become instance method. Remember. Now I have one small doubt. Don't worry, sir. Don't worry. We will spend much time until getting clarity. Okay, it is not that much easy. Just aware. Now I'm taking. Sir, now I'm taking test.yaml. Can you please tell how I'm calling? Please respond. How I'm calling? Can you please respond? I respond. How you are calling? Using class name. Then obviously, this one should be which method? Oh, this one should be which method? Which method? Static method. If it is the static method, this variable will become local variable. Compulsory you have to pass that value. Compulsory you require to pass that value. It is the local variable. So Python is not going to provide default. If it is the self, if it is really class method CLS, then only it will. So here you should pass, but you are not passing. Can you please observe how it is going to respond? Okay. How it is going to respond? Can you please consider? Can you please observe? M1 missing one required position argument CLS. Oh, you didn't provide CLS, man. Without providing CLS, how I can call like this? Okay, no problem, man. Then I'm passing. Perfectly, it is applicable. Can you please observe? Yes, some method. Instance or static or class like this we are going to get. Can you please tell, according to this scenario, is it instance method or static method or class method? Can you please confirm? Is it instance method or is it class method or is it static method? Static method. Why it is not considered as class method? Even though you are using CLS, why you didn't consider this one as the class method? You didn't use @class decorator, class method decorator. If you are not using @class method decorator, then it will never be class method. For class method, @class decorator is mandatory. Remember that. Getting? Any doubt? Okay, now, sir, okay, well, I'm calling T is equal to tester. What is this one? T is equal to tester. What is this one? Okay, this is the object creation. T dot command. Is it valid or not? Is it valid or not? Yes, it's a valid. Because now this method will become instance method. Instance method. First argument is always self. This argument is always passed by Python only. We are not required to pass. Right? Okay. Where is the proof? Perfectly, it is valid. 100% pakka. Where is the proof for that? Okay. Print of ID of T, sir. What is the address of T? Similarly, print of ID of CLS. Okay, address of CLS variable, current object reference, and the address of this T, both are pointing to the same. Can you please have a look once? Both are pointing to the same address or not? Yes, that's why it will be instance method. Now, decorators cinema, is it clear? Are you getting right? So, can you please tell for the class method, @class method decorator, is it mandatory or not? @class method decorator, is it mandatory or not? Yes, compulsory, man. It is the mandatory. Okay, but this one is optional. Static is the optional. But for instance, no decorator concept at all. Okay, I have one method is there. Okay, you didn't use any decorator. Can you please confirm? Is it the instance method? Is it instance method or static method? Based on your call. If you are calling just like by using class name, then it will become static method. If you are calling by using object reference, then it means like this. Okay, in this example, you are calling by using object reference. That's why it will become instance method. Inside instance method, whatever the argument you are taking, first argument itself is current object, something like a self. Instead of self name, I'm using my own name, CLS. Lakshmi. Getting right? CLS means self. Self means current object. Instead of self word, I'm taking my own name. You can take any name, no problem at all. It's a variable name. It's a variable name. Perfectly, it is the valid. Okay? Here, perfectly, it is the valid. Any name you can able to use, no problem at all. Yes, correct. Here, first argument in the instance method is like this in Java. This means what? In Java, if any person coming from Java background, this means what? This means what? What is the meaning of this? This means current object in Java. In Java is the current object, but anyway Python, observe that. So now, in the instance method, compulsory first argument should be self, but either name is always a self or any name you can use. Any name you can use. Okay, any name you can use. This name is provided by Python, which is always pointing to the current object. So we are not required to pass that argument. Ali, are you able to understand? So here, instead of self, you are taking anything. Okay, self, sir. Self. That's all. This is nothing but what? Like instance method pure, but is the self name is the mandatory? No. Any name you can use. What is the problem with that? That's it. So without using decorator concept, what will happen is, this is the story, sir. If you are not using any decorator, then the method should be either instance method or static method. If you are calling by using object reference, then it will become instance method. If you are calling by using class name, then it will become if you are calling by using class name, then it will become static method. That's it. These are various important points you people should aware about these types of methods, right? Okay, all these things will be added in our material. Don't worry about this one, sir. But in general, which methods we are always going to use in reality? Okay, we are always going to use either instance method or static method. Class methods are a bit rare. Remember, class methods are a bit rare we are going to use. Even that concept is there. So like if you go for other languages like Java, we are not having any separate concept like a class method. For the class method, CLS is mandatory? No. Any name you can use. That's not it. Just like self, any name you can use. Okay, that's all. So next, one small thing I'm going to tell. It may be good news or it may be bad news. Anyway, some small thing I want to tell. Do you know from Java 11? Very recently, Java 11 introduced it, sir. Very recently, Java 11 came. From Java 11 version onwards, it is a paid version. Are getting expected thing. Once the things came to Oracle hand, now Java with Oracle. Now Java with Oracle, sir. Oracle software from Oracle company. Do you know if Java is the paid version? Just only for learning, only for your personal use, Java is free. If you want to use Java for business purpose, compulsory we require to pay per month $2.5. Are you getting? You require to pay $2.5 per month. Okay, per computer. Next, if it is a processor kind of thing, per processor like server version, if you require $25 per month, it seems. Wow, wonderful, man. For processor, server copy. Okay, like if it is going to be connected with multiple computers, $25 per month we require to pay if you are using Java for business purpose. Obviously, we have to use Java for business purpose. No one is going to use for learning purpose, education purpose. Education is matter of 1 month or 2 months. Are you getting right? So next, the too much worst thing is, of course, it's a good thing one side, bad thing one side. Every 6 months, okay, a new release of Java will come. A new release, I mean, what we call a new version. A new version will be released. For every 6 months, a new version will be released. If you now Java 11 came, sir, just within few days, Java 12 is going to come. And after 6 months, Java 13 will come. Java 14 will come. Are you getting? Now the people immediately migrating to the next level, not that much easy. Yes, getting right. So this is one very important. Do you know best example? Android is there. Android is there. Operating system. I mean mobile Android. Earlier Android means with Java, but now Android means with Kotlin. There is another language. Regarding not with Java currently, with another language. Because the problem is yes, Kotlin is the language. Because the problem is paid means obviously a number of problems will come in the picture. Okay, so next one more thing. So Java is, who is the vendor currently with Java? Oracle. Are you getting? Who is the vendor? Who is the vendor? Vendor with do you know Python? Who is the vendor with Python? No vendor, which is maintained by one charitable trust. Okay, Python Software Foundation. Are you getting? It is the organization, non-profitable organization. That's why Python, even for the next 10 to 15 years also, it will never be paid version. Happily, you can use Java. If you happily you can use Python. If you are interested, donate some amount. If you are not interested, no problem at all. There are several software companies are going to funding for the Python Software Foundation. We are not required to worry. Several governments are already funding. That's why don't worry about this one. So clear, right? Only enterprise level gap. Once it is the paid version, that gap also may be resolved. Okay, so it may be good news or bad news. I don't know. Are you getting? Worry about your feeling, man. Yeah. Worry about your feeling. Is it good news or bad news? Good news, sir. It's a very bad news. It's very bad news. Okay, very bad news. Usage. .NET already gone. Why these days .NET is not that much popular? The reason is paid. The reason is paid version. Okay, .NET why gone? The people are not learning .NET that much. What the reason? Paid version. Simple, man. Simple. So like paid version. That is the bigger problem with the .NET. Okay, anyway, just come back to our story. Now observe that. That's fine. So being Python people, a bit more happy, I hope. But very unfortunate, sir. No, in your regular Python classes, we never going to discuss. Okay, like this type of discussion, whatever happened, OOPS concept for the last 6 or 7 sessions. Okay, how many types of variables are there? How many types of methods are there? All these things just I'm discussing just because of Java. Regarding because I came from the Java background, right? The person who used the strong in Java, he can play the games anywhere, sir, like anything. Now, do you know? But very unfortunate for the next level, the people may not. Okay, like now anyway, sir, can I go to the next level? Okay, that's all. This is about what is how many types of methods are there, how many types of variables are there, what is a decorator concept, like the clear terminology, right? But a decorator separate concept is there. There I will discuss how to define our own decorators, what the decorator will do, something like that. Don't worry, sir. There is a separate topic is there. There I will discuss. Just I'm using only 2 decorators. So one is the static method decorator. Second one is class method decorator. Just aware beyond that. We never going to use any other words. Don't worry, sir. Okay. Now, sir, is it possible to pass members of one class? Is it possible to access members of one class inside another class or not? Yes. Okay. Accessing. Are you getting? Accessing members of one class inside another class. Not inner classes. Just is it possible to access members of one class inside another class? Yes. Why not? Observe carefully, sir. What I'm trying to take just for syntax familiarity purpose. Beyond that, nothing, sir. Now I'm taking one class employee. Observe carefully, sir. Class employee. Now def underscore init underscore self, comma ename, comma eval. Are you getting eval like this I'm taking? So self dot enum is equal to enum, self dot ename is equal to ename, self dot eval is equal to eval, like this I have. Okay, this is the constructor anyway, right? Next, can you please display the data? Def display. Def display of self. Def display of self like this, right? So print of employee number. Print of employee number. Can you please print employee number? Self dot enum. Okay, self dot sir employee name, self dot ename, sir. Okay, employee number, name, and then employee salary. Okay, are you getting right? Self dot eval, like this we have, sir. Okay, that's all. So now I have constructor is there, and then display method is there, sir. Now what I'm trying to take, class test. Now observe very carefully about this one. Class test. I'm taking one method def modify. Like this I'm taking, sir. So it is just a normal variable. Any name you can use, no problem at all. Any name you can able to use, right? No issue at all. Emp dot eval is equal to emp dot eval plus 10,000. Like this I'm taking. And then can you please call display function? Can you please call display function? Like this I'm taking, sir. Now E is equal to employee of 100 comma Durga I'm taking, comma 10,000, like this I'm taking, sir. Now test dot. Okay, can you please tell, is it a static method or instance method? Anyone, can you please tell, is it static method or instance method? Think a bit very carefully. Is it static method or instance method? Two options are there. One is instance, second one is the static. Based on implementation, can you please tell, is it static or instance? Yes, 100% pakka, it is static method. The reason for that is, if it is the instance method, what is this variable, sir? It always talks about self. Self means what? Current object. Which class object? Tester class object. Current object, tester class object. For the tester class, we are not having any eval. We are not having any eval variable. So it is expecting employee object. Clear indication, it is not a self variable. If it is not a self variable, compulsory it should be static method. Can you please confirm? Are you able to understand, right? Sir, if it is self current object, current test class object, sorry, you are accessing emp.eval. Oh, salary of employee means that it is employee object, but not the current test class object. So it's just like employee object. I'm passing like it is the static, sir. Okay, remember this one. Clear, right? Now here based on this implementation, we can able to decide this one is the static method. Let me repeat again, sir. 1 minute, sir. Here I'm taking, forget about this code. I'm removing this code. Observe that. Sir, I'm taking print method. Just assume that's all. Sir, here self I'm taking. Self I'm taking, sir. Can you please tell, sir, here self I'm taking. Can you please tell, Is it instance method or is it static method? It can be any method. It can be any method, but usually self-user, that's why it is the instance method only. No, even for static also, it is valid. Test the modify. It is expecting some variable, sir. It's expecting some variable 10. Can you please scratch it? Is it going to work or not? Yes, perfect. Now, can you please tell, is it instance method or static method? Is it instance method or static method? Static method, like this. Suppose if I call t dot modify, t is equal to test t dot modify. Can you please tell, now is it instance method or static method? Don't get confused. Now it will become instance method. Perfect. So that's why. So it is like that. Now, self means current test class object. Current test class object having any instance variables or not? Can you please confirm? Current test class object having any instance variables or not? No, you are not going to use any instance method. What the need of taking this one as the instance method? No, it is a static method only. Remember that. Okay. So emp dot eSal is equal to emp dot eSal plus 10,000, like this I'm taking. Now, can you please call emp object dot display? Now listen, very simple. This test class doesn't contain any instance variable. That's why highly recommended to make this method as static method only. Okay. Now I want the employee object, employee number 100, employee name Durga, like this. Employee salary 10,000, like this I'm taking, sir. E is equal to employee of 100 Durga 10,000, like this I'm taking, sir. Now the point is E dot. Can you please confirm? E dot test dot modify of E. Now, do you know this this employee object is coming as argument. Now that employee salary is incremented by another 10,000. Now emp dot display. You are calling this employee class display function. Now it is going to tell employee number, employee name, and then employee salary. Are you getting? What is the output by default we are going to get? Just let me execute. Okay, can you please observe that? Employee object has no attribute like eSal. Where I am doing the mistake? eSal. Yes, missing. Can you please observe? Employee number 100, employee name Durga, and employee salary 20,000. Like this we are going to get. Now the point here is, sir, how many classes are there with me? Can you please confirm? How many classes are there with me? 2 classes are there. What is the first class? Employee class. What is the first one? Employee class. What is the second one? Test class. Employee class, second one test class. From test class, we are accessing employee class functionality. Are you getting? From test class, we are accessing employee class functionality. Remember this one, sir. Are you getting? Accessing members of one class inside another class, possible or not? No problem. Happily, it should be acceptable. Clear? Are you able to understand? Yes, sir. So inside one class, you can access members of another class. Accessing members of one class, so inside another class, possible or not? Perfectly possible. So inside which classes are? Inside which class I'm accessing which class members? Inside tester class, I'm accessing employee class members. Clear, friends? Then immediately you may ask, sir, if you want to access one class members inside another class, compulsory those members should be public. Yes, remember that. by default, every variable present inside Python, instance variable, static variable, every method present inside Python by default is always public by default. It's always public. It's always public. Remember this one. So it is internally employee object. That's why employee.eval. Employee object is already there. If the object is there, happily you can able to access eval. Clear, right? Yes. If you want to, you can call modify method of test class inside the employee class also. No problem. Acceptable. So from one class members inside another class, is it possible? Is it possible to access or not? That's what I'm telling. Clear? Ayo, doubt? Yeah, correct. Neha, a small doubt. Yeah. Here just observe. This is the employee object we have. Employee object. Which variables are there? Enum, ename, and eval. Wherever employee object is there, automatically these variables by default will be there. Here I created employee object with the reference variable e. E is the name of the reference variable. Sir, employee number 100, name Durga, next the salary, okay, 10,000, like this I created, right? Now, whenever we are passing E, now this E is coming to EMP. What will happen is, another reference variable will be assigned to this employee object. Okay, it is the local reference variable assigned to this employee object. Now, emp.eval. This emp.eval, can you please increase to another 10,000? Now it will become 20,000, like this. Now on this emp object, we are calling display method. Now the control will comes to this display method. Okay, self is the reference variable pointing to current object. Now self.enum is nothing but 100. Self.ename is the Durga. Self.eval is the 20,000. Now, how many employee objects are there? Only one employee object. Are you getting that? How many employee objects are there? Only one employee object. So, sometimes you can access by using E. Sometimes you can access by using EMP. Sometimes you can able to access by using self. No problem at all. Reference variable can be changed, but internal object is always same object only. Neha, are you able to understand? Ali. Ali, do you want me to explain again? Yes, here just observe. Just yeah. I will discuss, don't worry. Here just observe. I created one employee object. For the employee, how many instance variables are there? 3 variables. Ename, ename, eval. Like 3 variables are there. I'm created one employee object. Now observe a bit very carefully, sir. I created one employee object. Okay. What is the reference variable? E is the reference variable. Whenever we are creating employee object, automatically constructor will execute. Constructor will assign enum is equal to 100. Next, ename is equal to Durga. Next, eval is equal to 10,000, like this line. So because of this line, one employee object created with 3 instance variable, and E is the reference variable for that. Now I'm calling test.modify of E. I'm calling test.modify of E. So now this E is coming as argument to EMP. Regarding it's coming as argument to EMP, sir. EMP. Now EMP will become another new reference variable for this object. EMP is the reference variable because E will be assigned with EMP. Now EMP is also pointing to the same. Now EMP.ESAL is equal to EMP.ESAL plus EMP.ESAL means 10,000. 10,000 plus 10,000, it will become 20,000. Okay, like now I'm calling EMP.display. Now employee object display method we are calling. So in the display, self will be there. Self means current object. That's why for the same another reference variable will come, self. Now employee number, self.enum. Self means what? Current object. Current object number 100. Self.ename. Self.esal. Durga 20,000 by default will come. Can you please confirm? Everyone in a position to understand how many employee objects are there? How many employee objects are there? Can you please tell how many employee objects are there? Only one employee object. But sometimes E reference variable, sometimes EMP reference variable, sometimes self reference variable, like this. Clear? Ali? Yeah. Next, here see one more doubt, sir. Some people are asking how you can conclude it is a static method. Some people are asking how you can conclude it is static method. Now I have 2 ways I can able to conclude. One is how you are calling this method by using class name. By using class name. If you are calling a method by using class name, and if you are not having any decorator, compulsory this method should be static. Okay, that's all. Next, second thing, sir, other way how you can able to do. Sir, do you know, if we assume that it is not static, I didn't call. Assume that it is the instance method. If it is the instance method, the first argument, what is this one? Sorry, can you please tell what is this one? Self. Even you are taking EMP, it is the self. Self means current object. Current, which class object? Test class object. Is the current test class object having ESAL? No. ESAL is the property which is available inside employee class. ESAL is the property which is available inside employee class. Employee class property I'm trying to access means, oh, it is not current object of test class, it is an object of employee class. So the first argument is not self. The first argument is not self means obviously it should be static method. Getting? Raman? Yeah, one, yeah, Rajesh. Rajesh, observe this one. Very important. Here, what is the need? What is the purpose of this modify method? Sir, my requirement is how to access members of one class inside another class. I want to access members of one class inside another class. Is it possible or not? That's about my requirement. Then obviously, so am I able to pass this display method inside a test class or not? Am I able to access ESAL variable inside this test class or not? For that, I'm taking some one method. I'm defining a method inside test class. In that method, I'm accessing members of employee class. That's about my main intention. If you want, you can able to perform the modifications inside employee class only. But tomorrow, if another class is there, can I able to access members of this class in that class or not? What answer you can able to tell? Yes. Getting? That's all. Just for your coding familiarity purpose. Beyond that, nothing. Rajesh, getting right? Yeah. Now that's all. There ends our how you can able to access members of one class inside another class. Okay. What is the next cinema, sir? Very important. Listen carefully. Inner classes. What the next cinema we require to talk? Inner classes. The basic idea, sir. Inner classes. Inner classes. Do you know E1 is equal to test E1 dot modify? We will get error. Yes, obviously. Raman, 1 minute. Can you please tell what is the code? E1 is equal to test. E1 is equal to test. Test. E1 dot modify. E1 dot modify. You will get error. What the reason? Anyone, can you please tell? You will get error because of this code. What the reason? Correct, good. Sir, you are calling modify method just like instance method. You are calling modify method just like instance method. Okay? If it is the instance method, now it will become self current object, current test class object. Now we are asking current test class object eval. Where is the eval property of test class? Where is the eval property of test class? There immediately it's going to tell, hey, test class not having the attribute named with eval. Are you getting? So now observe this one. Test object has no attribute eval. Clear? Raman, getting? Next, you are not required to pass this argument because if it is the instance method, the first argument is the self automatically passed by Python. Ratan, if it is the instance method, you can. Sir, if I comment these two lines, and print hello, can you please tell, is it valid or not? Just a print hello, is it valid or not? What is the problem? It's a pure instance method, but instead of self, I use EMP. Okay, 100% pakka, it is valid. No problem. Yes, hello. Okay, that's all. Next cinema, inner classes. Can you please tell, the name itself indicates what is inner class? Inner class. I'm telling inner class. What is the meaning of inner class? The class inside another class. The class inside another class. Are you getting? Class inside another class? Such type of classes are by default considered as inner classes. Remember, sometimes we can declare a class inside another class. Such type of classes are by default considered as inner classes. Okay, like that. Then immediately, when we should go for inner class? Okay, remember this one. This basic idea must be required, sir. If any person coming from Java background, they can able to understand very easily. Even the remaining people also don't worry much about that. Okay. So now what is when we should go for inner classes? Right? Very simple, sir. Do you know? Just this word you have to inject in your mind, sir. Without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing, another type of object, without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. Inner classes. Okay, then we should go for inner classes. Wow. Sir, Sir, can you please read once this statement? Without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. I'm sure, sir, out of 100, 99% of the people not getting this point. I'm sure no one is going to get except 1 or 2 members like me. Okay, without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. Sir, let me go for a small chota example, then you can able to understand very easily, right? Suppose best example, sir. Best example. Do you know university is there, sir? University is there. I hope you studied in the university, assume. Within the university, within the university, there may be a chance of existing several departments. Regarding that, there may be a chance of existing several departments. Departments are there. Suppose, sir, tomorrow, assume that this is the university, sir. This is the computer science department, electronics department, electrical department, mechanical department is there. Tomorrow, this university is going to be closed by government because it is involved in illegal activities. Assume that it is involved in illegal activities. Government want to close this university. Whenever the university closing, automatically department will be closed or not? Can you please tell? Whenever university is going to be closed, all the departments by default will be closed or not? Yes, correct or not? Yes, obviously, because the reason is department is part of university. Department is part of university. Without existing university object, there is no chance of existing department. Regarding that's why without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. Sir, how you can define this combination is class university. Okay, within that we have to take class department. Are you getting like this, right? Of course, the remaining members are same. Anyway, don't worry about that. Sir, without existing university, there is no chance of existing department. Department is always part of university only. That's why department we have to define inside university class. Now I hope thoda 60% of the people can able to understand this line. Are you getting that? 60% of the people minimum can able to understand this line. Without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. Sir, without existing university object, there is no chance of existing department object. That's why department should be part of university. Department class we have to define inside university class. Regarding department class, we have to define inside university class. Department should be part of university. Such type of cases, happily we can go for inner classes. Sir, Uchita outer class, Uchita inner class. Can you please confirm among these two? Uchita outer class, Uchita inner class. Uchita outer class, Uchita inner class. Can you please confirm? They respond, man. Outer class is university, inner class is department. Regarding department itself is inner class. Similarly, can I use the word without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing inner class object. There is no chance of existing inner class object. Regarding that, without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing inner class object. Remember this one. Now, the meaning, the terminology is very clear for you people, right? So, without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, happily we can go for inner classes. Remember this one, sir. Sometimes while defining relations, maybe a chance of this type of relations also there. How you can implement your coding level by using this inner classes concept. Clear? Are you getting? Sir, some more thing. Some people may ask. Some people may ask. Yes, ma'am. Some people may ask. Class car. Class car is there. Without existing car, is there any chance of existing engine? Any person is going to buy only engine without car? Without car, engine is always part of the car. Engine is always part of the car. Happily, we can go for inner classes if you require to implement that. Similarly, class head is there. Okay, within the head, class brain is there. Are getting? Class head is there. Within the head, brain is there. Sir, without having the head, is there any chance of having the brain? Is there any chance of having the brain? No. That's why happily we can go for inner classes. Okay. So programmatically, how you can able to use that part we are going to discuss. Lakshmi, in chemical solution, brain is possible. Don't think too much. Okay. So just the programming for easy understanding purpose, I'm telling. Okay, class, car, head. Okay, like you people should be aware. So which are outer classes? Which are outer classes? University is the outer class, car is the outer class, head is the outer class. Which are inner classes? Department is the inner class, engine is the inner class, brain is the inner class. Like this, right? So without existing one type of object, there is no chance of existing another type of object. Then we should go for inner classes. Remember that, sir. Okay, without existing outer class object, no chance of existing inner class object. That's it. Just a basic idea you people should aware, sir. Okay, with respect to 2 or 3 examples, I will explain so that you people can get much clarity. Okay, that's